What do you want? How badly do you want it? And how much are you willing to suffer?
You can't.
Let's go to work. What do you want? Write it down. What are you trying to get from this program? What do you want? I also found, number two, that the most successful people in the world are the most successful people in the world because they have clarity on what they want. I have discovered that the less people know what they want, the more destructive their lives are, the more depressed they are. I've discovered that the more a person knows what they want, the more relentless they are. How are you going to be relentless and you don't know what you want? How are you going to be relentless when you don't know what the goal or the target is?
Oh, it's time. It's time. It's time that I command you to grow, motherfuckers, and join us. Join us on this podcast.
On the League of Reyes. Thank you for joining, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. We are proud to present to you the best podcast tag team of the world, the low-tech cyberpunk Tech Joe. My hetero life mate standing next to me in the metaverse, the infamous soulful MILF Hunter, and the biggest motivational speaker of all time, Orange Attica!
Hello.
It gets better and better every week.
Oh, man. Andrew, what's going on?
What's going on, Andrew?
My damn voice and throat is raspy this week. So if I didn't give it my all, I apologize. I'll get you guys back next time.
Plus ultra, Jesus. Oh man. So, brother, I haven't seen you in like 3 days.
I think it's more than that.
Has it?
Yeah, I think it's been 4 days.
Nah, shit. Whatever. It's too long. It's been too long.
It's been what? Yeah, last Saturday. Last Saturday.
It's been too long. It's been too long.
Uh, how's everything? And not only is tonight an interesting night, but I wanted to, and that's why I talked to you offline. I want to do a segment that transitions off of the last episode into tonight's episode. With that being said, how are you doing and how are you motivated for tonight?
Me, I always find a way to get motivated. But when I'm not motivated, I always got to give myself a little pep. I got to give myself a little pep talk. I got to give myself a little reassurance, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And I normally start with, you know, a couple clips, a couple of videos of those who did it before me that do it on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
So, from us to you guys, like Joe said, it's time to wake the fuck up and get off your asses.
I command you to grow. It sounds a hell of a lot better when it's in CT's voice. I command you to grow.
Hey.
Motherfucker, grow! Stay fucking motivated.
Oh.
The university slogan is.
Yep. Go ahead.
Mobile.
What starts here changes the world. Well, I've got to admit, I kind of like it. What starts here changes the world. Tonight, there are almost 8,000 students, or there are more than 8,000 students graduated from UT. So that great paragon of analytical rigor, Ask.com, says that the average American will meet 10,000 people in their lifetime. 10,000 people, that's a lot of folks. But if every one of you changed the lives of just 10 people, and each one of those people changed the lives of another 10 people, and another 10, then in 5 generations, 125 years, the class of 2014 will have changed the lives of 800 million people. 800 million people. Think about it. Over twice the population of the United States. Go one more generation, and you can change the entire population of the world, 8 billion people. If you think it's hard to change the lives of 10 people, change their lives forever, you're wrong. I saw it happen every day in Iraq and Afghanistan. A young Army officer makes a decision to go left instead of right down a road in Baghdad, and the 10 soldiers with him are saved from a close-in ambush. In Kandahar province, Afghanistan, a non-commissioned officer from the female engagement team senses that something isn't right and directs the infantry platoon away from a 500-pound IED, saving the lives of a dozen soldiers. But if you think about it, not only were those soldiers saved by the decisions of one person, but their children were saved, and their children's children. Generations were saved by one decision, one person. But changing the world can happen anywhere, and anyone can do it. So what starts here can indeed change the world. But the question is, what will the world look like after you change it?
What would the world look like if you couldn't change it? Kind of looks like how it is nowadays for me. But that's also because, and I think that's the best point right there on why we created this channel, why we created this podcast, this stream, is to change people's lives, motivate people's lives, and continue passing on what was passed on to us. And the best part is, like you said, with the freaking military background, even Andrew has a military background. Like, we had that camaraderie to not just protect each other, our brothers and sisters, freaking on deployments, but also back in garrison, back stateside. But it's to not stop what you learned there, but to pass on what was what was given to you and was made you treated, like how you were treated. So with the Marine Corps, it was always, if you took over a place or you had You had to take over a base, leave it better than what you got it. So it was always freaking shine boots, freaking clean, freaking clothes. Everything was ironed properly, this, that, and the other thing, just to make sure the next person that took over after you or you passed it on to the next person, they knew the heart and effort that you put in, and it will help them keep that maintained and that motivation going.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we all have a purpose here, right? That's why we're here. So,
Yes, sir.
I mean, you know, not to use you an example, bro, but you know, you have a legacy now. You officially have a legacy. Congratulations.
Little
but,
ball of fire.
but our job is to make sure that, you know, the next generation, the generation after that, they see what we did. They see the work that's been put in. They see the dedication, the motivation, the inspiration. When things get hard, we just don't lay down. We keep pushing. And the whole purpose of this, like Joe said tonight, it was to go off of what we spoke of last week. Fact that, yeah, times get tough, times get hard, you get knocked down, but you know what? You get knocked down, you get right back up.
Oh man, that's a perfect transition into the next clip.
Exactly. That's what I was aiming for.
Oh man, that's a perfect.
That's what I was aiming for.
Perfect transition.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. No. We're good.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure we're on the same page. But
yep.
All right. Cool.
Even though I wanted to save it for later, it's better off right now. Perfect transition.
Oh wait, was it the first one or the second one? My bad.
The first one.
Right.
So even Andrew is here, but everyone listening from the last episode, we were talking about staying positive, but also staying proactive in what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, whether it's at home, whether it's in school or at work. You don't want to stay stagnant, and you don't want to wait to be told to improve or to be told what to do next. If you want to be told what to do next, go in the military. But the only big thing is the only real reason to be told what to do next is if you ask that question way before being told what to do, i.e., taking that initiative of, okay, I wanted to improve my job. I want to be better at what I do. I already know what I'm doing now. I need to know the next position or the next job that's next to me because I work next to them. Or if the next class for school is not offered till the next semester, why wait all the way to the next semester to start, getting yourself, how the hell you explain that? Getting yourself freaking spun up. There we go. Getting yourself spun up on the topic itself, whether it's like, I'll take for techies like database engineering, coding languages, things of that sort.
My favorite movie.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm always gonna love you no matter what. No matter what happens. You're my son, you're my blood. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life. Don't forget to...
Straight up motivation right there.
I always get the chills every time I hear that, man. I always get the chills. I don't know why, but I just always do.
But with him saying that, what does it force the back of your mind to do? To not just stay motivated, but what are the next steps that you would take after hearing something like this?
Quit my damn job. That's what I would do. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, we want people to keep their job.
Right. Don't listen to me. It definitely get me. Like he said, I mean, the whole. At some point, at some point in our lives, we all had dreams. We all had aspirations. We all wanted to do something, whether it be a fucking NASCAR driver or be an astronaut. But at some point, we compromised that dream and we let somebody point a goddamn finger in our face and say, "You're not good enough. You're gonna do this and the third because I told you so." Who the fuck in the world? Who? Listen, the only person that points their finger at me and tells me what to do is my mom. That's it.
Mama.
That's it. I'm not like you cannot let anyone else stop you from what you're trying to do, trying to become who you really are. Reach your full damn potential. But the first thing I would do after I see that is tell my boss, "Yo, go fuck." No, don't do that. No. First thing I would do is literally just get onto a book, get onto a course, do something, man. Just try to motivate myself and try to get to that next level. Like, you know what? I might be stuck here right now, but let me try to find something, and let me try to do some research and try to find a way to get to that next stage. You know, like, we all have aspirations. We all trying to do something in our lives, but some of us, some point, compromise that. And I learned that sometimes some things happen for a reason, because it's literally the universe coming back and telling you, like, all right, you've put in your time, but you've been talking all this smack, saying that you want to do this, that, and the third. Now it's time to nut up or shut up. So what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna sit there, or are you gonna actually go out and do what you've been saying you're gonna do?
Get off your ass, motherfuckers!
But yeah, with that being even said, that's like a perfect reason on why I started the intro of the podcast, trying to emulate the voice of, or almost the voice of God in the weightlifting world, powerlifting world, CT Fletcher, and make people understand to get off your ass. Like, shit's not gonna get done for you. No one's gonna freaking hold your hand. No one's gonna freaking baby you all the way to the finish lines. Like, you have school, which teaches you freaking everyone's the winner. But when you get out into the real world, you ain't all that. You're not a fucking winner. You're not gonna get a pat on the back and a freaking saying of a good old boy. No, you're not gonna get that. You need to do your job, and you need to do it in a stellar fashion.
Right.
And that's a case in point on what freaking Rocky was saying. Sylvester Stallone in the movie, obviously. If you're uncultured, you better fucking watch the damn movie.
If you have not seen Rocky, I will find you. I have a set of skills. I will find you.
Oh man. But it's true. It's like, you cannot, and this is kind of a mentality with society nowadays. They're always quick to point the fingers at whether it's
and play the fucking victim. Like,
yeah, whether it's at cops, whether it's at freaking their bosses, the people next to them. Like, you gotta watch your own ass, unfortunately. But at the same time, if you're doing a better job than everyone else, you're not gonna get let go. You're not gonna get freaking stepped on. They're going to have a hard time trying to fire your ass because you're doing shit better than they could, or better than freaking your supervisors are able to on their own damn time.
And if funny just say bring that up,
Oh, no.
because you know my
Sorry,
situation, because you know what happened to me. Shit.
Oh, without actually, you can talk about it just without saying the company's name and everything.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean,
story time.
story time, motherfuckers. So what happened to me was, working at this tech company, working my way up the corporate ladder. Maybe just being me though. It's just me being me. Like from the jump, I'm by nature I'm an introvert. If I get along with you and we kind of vibe and connect, that introvert starts becoming an extrovert, and it causes problems. Not really problems. It just causes you to have a good time whenever you're around me. That being said, the company that I was working in, first, came in, I was ecstatic because it's a well-known company, or at least within its industry, it's a well-known company. And from the jump, they told me, hey, there's room for growth. You don't have to be stuck in the same mundane position. If you want something, go for it. They better, the minute they told me that, I was like, you fucked up, right? I jumped at the I started an entry-level position, jumped into, I was there for about 6 months, and then after 6 months, I saw an opportunity to get a promotion. Jumped on it. Because of my work ethic, and I'm the type of person, like, I try to keep, like I said, like, if I'm really cool with you and we're co-workers, I'm going to keep it professional, and I'm going to keep it professional while at work, but then outside of work, if we're still hanging out, then I'm not going to keep it professional. Like, what the fuck, we're out of work. So there were times where I hung out with my, my managers, senior managers, co-workers, all that stuff. We had a good nuclear core. They all wanted us to grow. They all wanted us to do well. And if we weren't trying to strive for something great within the week or within the day, they would rip into us. So fast forward about 6 months, there's an opportunity that comes up where I'm able to get a promotion. Myself and one of my coworkers throw our hats in the ring. Hands down, they told me flat out, like, the one thing that separated you from her is your confidence. You believed in yourself. Your work spoke for itself. You motivated yourself and you motivated others to do better. And when they weren't able to motivate themselves, you stepped in and said, "Hey, wait, get the fuck up! Like, wait, get up! Like, we're gonna figure this out one way or another. Stop stressing." Got the position. I was in that position for, I want to say, probably like 6-7 months. They're already gearing me up to level up again. Long story short, they wanted me to take a position, but I already told them, hey, this is what I'm doing for now, but that's not my end goal. I'm trying to get into automation or some type of coding scripting position. My manager was behind it. My lead at the time was behind it. He and I actually competed for a position until they removed the position. Fast forward this year, there was a change in leadership, and leadership did not like the mentality that I had. They were uncomfortable with the fact that I was, I wouldn't say outspoken, but yeah, okay, maybe. They had a trouble with the fact that I was outspoken, but at the same time, I also felt that there was always a better way, better route to do things. And or flat out, like, it just wasn't a good idea to do it. So so fast forward, I went from an environment where it was promoting challenge, growth, motivation, and inspiration to get in line, shut your mouth, do what you're told. I didn't like that.
What did he say?
Hey, yo. I had a problem with that. Because that wasn't the company that I stepped into. Number one. Number two, they bred the company itself bred. They promoted innovation. They promoted a family friendly community among all, and I felt like that with everyone else within the company. We were cool. We hung out outside of work and all that stuff. It was fine. Didn't see it that way. Felt I wasn't following the how do you say I want to say the curriculum.
What, the protocols?
I guess you could say, yeah, the protocols. I mean, but in reality, there really weren't any protocols. I wasn't yeah, I guess you could say I wasn't following the protocols that they are trying to set forth. I kept bumping heads with my manager over again, and within that time frame, I wasn't gonna let his way of thinking kind of steer what we already established, because we literally built the office from the ground up. We established ourselves. Everyone knew who we were. Everyone knew what we did, what we were good at, what we could do, what we couldn't do. And if we couldn't do it, they knew we would figure out some way to figure it out for them. It got to the point where, executives knew who we were. Had the entire vice president of the damn department come up to us and say, "Wow, you guys kept it from burning." I'm like, "Yep, that's what we do." He was like, "You should be proud." But once leadership changed, my former manager and senior manager moved to different positions. They started their own teams, and the current manager did not like. Well, first off, I just didn't flat out. I'll just say it right now. I just didn't like the fact that I have a problem with someone that likes to bark orders but doesn't like to lead with it by example.
I don't give a fuck, Keisha.
That's exactly how I felt after a while. Like, I don't give a fuck. That's exactly how I felt. So that, along with a few other things that happened because of his leadership style, kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. So
that's crazy.
So as time went on, I was still trying to lead my team, because at that point, they dismantled the team. I was like the most senior guy there, and I was trying to lead the team the best way I could, but without any true guidance and without any real motivation to do anything. So I had to walk in every day and keep the team going, keep the team motivated, keep them proactive. Lo and behold, all that was for nothing, because they ended up bringing in a contractor and sneakily. Well, I wouldn't say sneakily. I kind of saw it coming. The minute they brought him in, I saw it coming. The minute they brought him in, I saw that he was going to be my replacement, and I was like, okay. I was like, so I could play this one of two ways. I could either tell this guy go fuck yourself and you figure it out, or I could be the bigger person and just be like, hey, this is how this is done, blah 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 blah. Had no problem with the way I was doing things. No problem with the way I was doing things. Manager had a problem with the way I was doing things. Everybody was okay with how things were being ran. He didn't like how things were being ran, and he didn't like the fact that I had pull in certain places. Long story short, all that was for nothing. They did let me go, but I didn't. I left. I saw it. I saw it from the jump, but I have no regrets of it, because I still have people from that company calling me, reaching out to me, saying, "Hey, how you doing? Like, the office isn't the same without you. We kind of miss your presence." And you know what? That in itself, it speaks volumes, because I may not be there. Like, everyone was in shock when it happened. They were like, "What? How? Why? What did he do?" Like, I did nothing, first of all. I mean, I could have done something. I could have backhanded him, and I would have felt better, but that would never resolve anything. But that spoke volumes for me, because that way I felt as though I left my legacy in that place. prior to me getting that talk, I was gonna talk. I was gonna sit down with the senior director and just basically, um, and talk to him, and basically give him a thank you, like, because I really saw it coming. I mean, there's not much he could have done. I don't think he would have done anything. I don't know if he knew I was gonna let go. He probably did, but whatever. And I was just thank you. But even till this day, I still get people reaching out to me and saying, "Hey, this, senior director still asks about you. Hey, the CTO still asks about you. His EA still asks about you." Like, so for me, that is motivation enough where that for me, that speaks volumes, because for me, I left my imprint, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to leave our imprint in the world. So, the funny thing is that when it happened to me, I said, well, first off, I saw it coming. Second off, I was like, this happened for a reason. This is my opportunity to do the things that I've been wanting to do, aka podcast. That's a whole other story. This is why me and Joe. That's why if Joe ever needs me to handle some stuff, I say it. I do it without question. And we will tell you, and we will gladly tell you that story another time. But once I saw it, I didn't get down. I actually felt a huge weight off my shoulders, because I was taking on so much responsibility, and they were doing it on purpose, but they didn't like the fact that I was handling it in such a good manner, That's correct. Yeah. They didn't like it. They didn't like the fact that I was handling it well. So yeah. So when that happened, I just literally told myself, this happened for a reason. It's time to execute on what you've been talking about. And that's what I've been doing. This started as an idea. What, 2 years ago?
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, like 2 years.
I think a little longer than that, but yeah.
Yeah. And then that also this also trickled. And then once we actually started doing this, I was like, wow, we're doing it. Wow, okay.
Yeah. So anyone who wants to know, like, he thought about this about a little over 2 years ago. I was all about it. I had everything freaking ready and set. But I was waiting on a certain someone to get their shit together.
Listen, and Voldemort killed my pockets.
And the fact that, like you said, a weight has been lifted over his shoulders, and he was able to open up more on doing the podcast and having things starting to be set and roll down. I wouldn't say roll down a hill. Just because we just started climbing up the hill. We ain't ready for the roller coaster just yet. So we're still climbing, we're still building, and we still got everyone that needs to be here to be watching, to be supporting. And like Andrew said, he had a freaking eye covering, like, oh my, that's what happened. It was an oh my. Freaking Otacon told me this part of the story when it was first happening. It was like, well, if that's the case, be ready and don't freaking just like wait for them to let you go. Either you can fight for it or get your ass doing something else and be ready to do that something else.
Hey,
with case in point, guess what you're doing now? Guess what he's doing now? Guess what he's doing now?
Fuck him.
You're not fucking him, but you're learning some new skills or upgrading your skills to the next level and where you were from.
Because fuck them, that's why.
But before we keep going, Andrew, fucking awesome that you're still streaming right now. I hope freaking whatever game, I think I left you on Apex. I don't know if you're still playing that game. For you having us in the background, even better, because this is the freaking motivation we're trying to give you. Keep listening. Pass this shit on to freaking V if he's still on, G if he's still on, and everyone else.
Man, we got a link on some Destiny. We talked about this like 2 weeks ago. And
I know, right?
I finally installed it.
Finally. Andrew, if you're listening, if you're really listening, we need to freaking schedule that time all of us on the freaking stream joining on that freaking Destiny game.
Mm-hmm. I'm all for it. I don't mind. I just gotta grind my hunter again, but whatever. But yeah.
But after you got let go of that particular position, I know your mindset was all about this.
Oh,
ain't nothing wrong with me, feel me? Nigga, you just think it, feel me? That's why you ain't never gonna have no people, ain't never gonna have no bitches, feel me?
Listen.
Oh man, that's so good to get that out.
Like,
I'm Rick James, bitch.
That's exactly how I felt.
Show me them bitters.
No, but in all honesty, listen, the one thing that I'll say is that I went out swinging. I definitely went out swinging. So that's why I didn't have any regrets. I didn't let them, I didn't make it easy for them. I went out swinging, and you know what? It might have caused a trickle effect, which probably got somebody else fired. A very like a VP level person fired because he was he had my back. But hey, it opened up their eyes, and I don't know what's going on now there, but I really don't care. But I've heard it's not. Last time I spoke to someone, they're like, yeah, it's still shit. It's getting worse.
But I doubt the VP got let go. He probably saw that and was like, you know what, I'm out.
No, he did. That's what they told me. They're like, yeah, they let him go. I don't know why. I don't know the real reason. Haven't been able to sit down with my connections. But yeah. Oh crap. Oh damn, I gotta hit them up. Ladies, I will be reaching out via text. Jamar, you already know, bro. We gotta link up. Anyways,
but you know damn well, even though they let him go, he was all about
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh yeah. Listen.
Just grab my please. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. All right then. I don't know what the fuck
man.
is, but I don't okay. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Shit, I'm out.
Hold up, before we get copywritten again, bro. Shit.
I know, man. Actually, that's not a real song, so you can't get freaking copyright. Hell no, that's not a real fucking song.
What? I thought it was. I lied to.
Wonder Woman.
Man.
How you doing, Wonder Woman? How you doing?
But yeah, bro. Yeah. So after
Wonder
that,
Woman.
we need to get her going with her foodie page. That's what we need to do. Listen, I'm all about. We start in Brooklyn. We start in Brooklyn. I want Bark, and then we make our way back into Jersey. How about that?
Yeah, we might have to start in Queens and then make our way back through Brooklyn.
I'm all for it. Listen,
we'll see.
I'm all for it, man. I got nothing but time. Well, actually, not now, but I got time.
Look, it's like listen, Linda, listen.
Listen, Linda, listen.
You,
fuck you, no, fuck you.
Oh man, yes ma'am,
You fucking fuck.
Oh man. So tonight, Wonder Woman, since you just joined just now, which is fine, we started on motivational speeches, and we're going to continue on the motivational speeches for the rest of the time, because we're talking about for the last episode on how we should not just we, but you, the people next to you, family, friends, shouldn't just wait to be told to do anything. You should just pick up the ball, take that shit, run with it, just because no one's going to freaking hold your hand in order to get to that next promotion, that next freaking that next pay raise, or the next job that you're really looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, like, having a 9 to 5, that shit is exhausting. Especially when you're doing big name projects and you're spearheading a whole bunch of stuff. That shit is exhausting, mentally, physically, whatever. But you gotta dig deep. You gotta find a way to achieve your goal one way or another. The one thing, and listen to this, I tell Joe this all the time. I tell Techno all this all the time. Whenever I was in a shitty mood because I was so fucking exhausted, he would always tell me, make sure you do minimum an hour. or something of your goal. Minimum, give me an hour. Every time I come home, his damn voice would be in my head like, fuck, I gotta do an hour now. Fuck.
But that's also because that's not really too much of my upbringing, but that's my mentality. Obviously, everyone heard that it's freaking. I'm usually working 2 jobs, or at least working 1 full-time job and then going to school. So even though I already graduated college with a bachelor's degree, I can't just stop there, especially in the IT world. You can't just stop where you just freaking you ended your certification or your degree, and you have to keep going. You have to keep learning. You have to stay on top of that shit. If not, you're gonna get passed over because guess what? You forgot to learn one part of the job, and someone else came in and is like, psych. And and a lot of jobs will be like this.
Gotcha, bitch.
And freaking take that shit right from under you. So you gotta freaking stay on that ball, you know?
It's like what's that? You remember that commercial that Kobe and Kanye did back in the days?
Kobe and Kanye. I know about Kobe's, but not Kobe and Kanye. Which one was that one?
Hold on. I'll give you like 2 seconds.
Oh shit. Oh shit, son.
Hold on. It was a sneaker commercial. It was supposed to be funny, but at the same time, it's like he has a point.
Yeah, so my big mentality has always been on a Dr. Disrespect kind of level, and I still freaking do it even way before hearing about Dr. Disrespect is having
Who's
to
on a show like me?
Who does it? Who does this job better than me? Who freaking announces better than me? Who freaking is a best friend better than me? Who's the best freaking hubby better than me? Who's the best dad better than me? You know?
Hold on, I got it here. Hold on.
How much more do you want from me?
More.
How much more successful do you want me to be?
More successful.
How many records can my records break?
More records.
But I'm the best.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
You're welcome.
No, think about it though. I mean,
I swore I thought that was freaking Obama, like an Obama AI talking in the background with freaking Kanye, just like, what?
No,
like, what more? More.
It's
like
an old
like a mix of AI, like an AI mixed with Obama and freaking DJ Khaled. Another one. More. No, more. Another one.
No, but I mean, listen. People make fun of this commercial, but that was Kobe's mentality. Kobe's another one that he left his look. It's been what 2 years already, but people still talk about the death and all that stuff. You know, God rest soul and all that crap. But listen, he was one of the greats.
Yeah, God rest his and his daughter's soul.
But he was one of the greats, man. He saw every day as a challenge. Every day as a challenge. He woke up early. Granted, like you don't have to wake up early. I mean, Bill, there are people that wake up at 7, 8 o'clock. That's fine, but you have to just time manage that crap.
Hold on, and you want to know something? I'm gonna let you finish this point, and I need you to freaking get into that next fucking sound clip, that video clip that I sent you.
Wait, which one?
I knew.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, tell me about freaking time again. I knew. I knew to tell you. I knew to give you a drop of knowledge. Get out of here.
So yeah, like he was one of those that he would just wake up early, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, maybe even 3 o'clock in the morning, hit the gym, take care of business, do what he has to do, whatever, prepare mentally, all that crap. But he was never satisfied. He was always motivated to do more. I mean, there's the interview that he did a few years back where he was in high school and he was watching Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan. He was like, if they could do it, why can't I do it?
But not only that, he also had the mindset on like certain players would be mad at him for him saying to not play them because they were bullshit. They were signed a contract but never come to practice, never freaking do what they're supposed to do, never be part of the team or be a team player, and that's what made him so great. Even though he doesn't have the extreme amount of points, that's going on, but he was such a great leader.
And that's what separates a lot of people. That's what separates a boss
Mhm.
and a leader, is that a leader pushes you to do better. Like you could there's interviews with Shaq where Shaq is like, nah, Kobe was on a different level. He's like, listen, even if in my prime, Kobe was better than me. And it's because
I think everyone was better than Shaq in his prime.
well, yeah. But but no, he was basically saying, he was like, I come to practice and I do all, and I go through the ropes or whatever, go through the ring and all that stuff. And Kobe would be the first one there, the last one to leave, and then he would get mad at you if you would try to leave early. Paul Gasol, he just had his jersey retired, and he spoke about Kobe and how he pushed him to be a better. Paul Gasol, the Gasol brothers were Spanish international superstars when they came into the league. Like in Spain, they were dominating the game. But when Paul,
they were fucking giants over half them fucking little mix freaking Arabs and everything.
Yeah. But when Powell was, sorry, I'm here calling him Paul. When Powell went to the Lakers, he flat out said, he's like, yo, Kobe pushed me to a limit that I never thought I could reach. And if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have been as good as I was. So that in itself is a perfect example of you leaving your mark, because now that motivation that you get every day is embedded in their lives forever. But going back to the whole, yes, the more you know. But going back to the whole time thing, people always complain, oh, there's not enough time in a day. Oh, there's not enough time in a day. Oh, my I have this problem. Oh, I get home at 10 and I have to be up by 4. Listen, there's 24. Everybody has the same 24 hours. So you're not gonna tell me that, Billy from down the block cannot be as successful as like a Bill Gates. Like, no. May not make as much money. That's taking years, but everyone has the opportunity to be great, and everybody has the opportunity to be. To reach that level, and everyone has the same amount of time within the day. So as always, we go to one of the greats.
What the fuck? You idiot!
Look, everyone has a problem with time, but the day has 24 hours, and we sleep 6. Now, I know there's some out there that say, whoa, I need 8. Well, I say just sleep a little faster. Because the bottom line is we have 6 hours of sleep, 24 hours are available, so you have 18 hours now available to your work, your family, your hobbies, and also to learn something new or to do something new, which could easily be that you want to learn a new language, or that you want to read as a New Year's resolution, have to read a book every week, or you say, I'm gonna go and reshape my body. So you're gonna go and take this hour out of your schedule and say, I'm gonna train an hour every day. So this is, for most people, a huge challenge, but it is totally doable, I can tell them, because the kind of things that I did when I came to this country, I mean, I went to school, I was working in construction, I was working out my 5 hours a day. I was taking acting classes from 8 o'clock at night to 12 midnight. I was doing all of those things. I wanted to make sure that out of the 24 hours of the day, that I don't waste one single hour. Those hours were too precious. And so there I just want to tell people, don't give me this thing, I have a difficult time with the time and I don't have time for this and I don't have that. You have time, you make the time. When the President of the United States has time to work out, when the Pope has time to work out, then you have time to work out.
What the fuck?
You heard it from Arnold himself.
That's that is one of the good old speeches of Arnold, of the governor. And I beat myself up a lot of times because I want to be on that time schedule kind of level. And I just keep making excuses every day on, and I'm tired, my brain is tired, my body is tired, blah, 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 blah. But I do need to freaking put a little fire up my ass And
get the fuck up. Command myself to grow. Grow, motherfucker. Grow. Gotta get the fuck up.
so yeah, really got to get the fuck up and freaking not just, well, to me is me saying I need to pull more of my weight, but it's more of I need to set things and get things accomplished in a timely manner in order to continue on doing other things that I want to do. Case in point, if I'm working fucking 2 jobs, I still need to save and at least an hour to work out and at least a couple more hours before I go to sleep with the little one, with the missus, and within all that time frame, still try to learn, or even at work during lunchtime or whatever, learn something on the go, learn something on the commute, listen to like certain podcasts and get stay up to date on the next cybersecurity freaking vulnerability, or if not the vulnerability, on different aspects of coding and how to code better without being so redundant on a lot of things. And that's a lot of the problems with certain codes and why codes keep breaking, because people do too much copy and pasting and a lot of things start getting redundant. And once you have one thing redundant, you'll have an error. And that error is not it's not showing, especially when you run the code, everything runs perfectly. But you still have that error where it's a vulnerability error and someone will find that bug. That's why we have certain jobs of bug hunters, bug bounty hunters and everything, and application security, or I should say application vulnerability analysts, application security, into ensuring that they don't have those kinds of issues for big name companies.
But yeah, like, I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I mean, I don't. There are times where I'm up at like 3, 4 in the morning, and there are days where I'm just like sleeping till 4 in the afternoon.
Half the time, that's what time I go to sleep, is freaking 3 or 4 in the morning.
Exactly. So, but the thing about that is like, and it's something that I did once, and I'm trying to get back into it now. I'm actually intent to get back into it. It comes down to just, and granted, life does happen, but it all comes down to discipline and consistency. Like if you're able to tell yourself, hey, I'm gonna go to sleep at 10 o'clock so I can wake up at 5 o'clock, hit the gym, then hit the gym for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, come home, get ready for work. Do that subtly, and you do that, and you can do that in small increments. You could literally go into the gym, and it was actually an interview with CT where I think he was interviewing, who the hell was it? I think it was Terry Crews. I want to say it was Terry Crews. Terry Crews blew up. He wasn't the big brawler guy that he was. He just blew up, got fat, and he told him, he's like, how'd you do it? How'd you get back to where you were? He said, well, I started slow. I'd go to the gym he's like, first I started simple. I walked into the gym. Walked in, take a look around, walked right back out. Like the second day came in, walked on the treadmill for a little bit, 15, 20 minutes, left. Then next day I hit the weights. Did some cardio, left. And he's like, slowly I started getting back into things. And I made sure to stay consistent with it. And from there, he's like, he hasn't missed a day. So that in itself, all that ties together, because if you have a goal, if you're trying to accomplish something, if you're trying to get that raise, if you're trying to get that dream job that you want, if you're trying to start that company, it all starts with consistency. You could fuck up anywhere else, but that rap sheet that you have behind you, that's gonna speak for you. And that, with that being said, I mean, like I said, I'm aiming to do it more. I mean, now that I started this course, I think I'm getting back into the swing of things. But that's also another reason too. You have to wake up, and you have to wake up with a purpose. If you were one of the unfortunate ones that were let go, listen, I'm sorry, but the reality is that life goes on, You can give yourself like a week. Actually, a week is too long, honestly. Give yourself like 2 days. Process it. You're like, all right, shit happens. I gave myself 10 hours. I gave myself 10 hours, and I think I hit up Joe. I was like, all right, so this podcast, what are you doing? But then again, he and I are different. We're different breeds. Like we don't dwell on shit too long. And literally, it was just like that's where it comes from. It's like you gotta wake up with a purpose. You gotta wake up with, even if you wake up and you just make your bed and you go to the kitchen or make yourself some coffee. You know what? You better make that coffee with some damn gusto. Seriously, and then that you're gonna see how much of a difference it makes. And if you have a goal, if you have a dream, don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. And if you have somebody in the way, get them the fuck out the way.
Yeah.
Message.
Now, for you guys on the call or on the stream, the live stream now, what do you guys think? Wonder Woman, Andrew, and anyone else that's on here. What do you guys think in relation to that mindset? What do you guys think on what can motivate you more, or what do you need to get going in order to get that motivation freaking jump started? I know
G Fuel.
What's up?
Some G Fuel got me rolling.
I know, right? I know Arakan was talking about like your past does define you, and to a certain extent. It defines on how you react, how you pick yourself back up, just like the Rocky Balboa freaking speech. You can get knocked down, but you need to be able to pick yourself back up, dust yourself off, and freaking keep pushing. Keep that freaking motivation going. Keep that that mindset being proactive and not letting yourself down, not letting yourself stay down, and that's how winning is done. Winning at freaking at job, winning at freaking life, winning at freaking work, winning at school, winning at anything that you put your mindset. But with also that case in point, I could also bring out this speech, which to me, some of y'all heifers might call me old head. But if you never seen this movie or you never heard this speech,
you're too young for us.
Yeah. Don't call this shit retro either, because it ain't retro. Fuck y'all.
Don't disrespect by calling it retro. Cut the crap.
But check this out and really understand the mindset on what you should be doing and how you should change your mindset on not dwelling on certain things.
My Master Yoshi's first rule was possess the right thinking. Only then can one receive the gifts of strength, knowledge, and peace. I have tried to channel your anger, Raphael, but more remains. Anger clouds the mind. Turned inward, it is an unconquerable enemy. You are unique among your brothers, for you choose to face this enemy alone. But as you face it, do not forget them, and do not forget me.
What you guys don't understand that aspect is, even though we're telling you to stay positive, stay proactive on a lot of things, not all the time can you deal with it on your own. You do have a support system, even though you think it's not there. That support system is there. You just have to understand how to use that support system, how to vent, but also take in the criticism and the knowledge that is given to you, in order to conquer all that freaking that craziness that clouds your judgment, that clouds that mental capability on being on top, being the freaking king or queen of your own fucking life. And just like Wonder Woman was saying, starting a routine is key. Like Otacon said, beginning slow, but making sure that you have a specific goal in mind to keep you motivated to keep going. Her herself needs to get on a schedule specifically or especially since she has a newborn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny that you actually bring up that Master Splinter clip. So I was having a conversation with Nancy earlier this week. Yes, and Nancy is my missus.
The missus?
Yes. And this year for me, it's a lot of one of my main focuses is this and a bunch of other ventures that I'm trying to get into, as well as the course and all that stuff. But one of the main goals for me for self improvement is dealing with things. And one that I spoke of earlier was, my anger and stuff like that. But I explained to her, I was like, listen, this journey is something that I need to. She's very supportive. She's always like, hey, whatever you need, I'm here. Whatever you need, I'm here. Like if you need me to go through this with you, I'll go through this with you. I literally told her, sat her down and said, this is something I have to take on my own. But she made it perfectly clear, just like Master Splinter said, do not forget your brothers. Do not forget that I'm here. And she made that perfectly clear. She's like, I am here. It's like, you also have your family. Also have my second family. Yes, that's you, Joe. But yeah, like I said, like with our own battles that we have with ourselves, and listen, that's where the motivation stops. Is that we have this battle within our brains. We have this battle. And this battle happens every day with everyone. I don't care who you are. You could be the Pope. You could be Mother Teresa. You battle yourself every day. But you have to have the mindset of, one, you're gonna get over this. Two, whatever that you're going through, if you have to deal with it alone, deal with it alone. It's fine. But know that you have people behind you that are rooting for you. And then once you learn to master that and come and yeah, once you get to I forgot the word. Once you learn to master that and you get past that point, you will start seeing you will start finding new ways to motivate yourself. You will start finding new ways to get up and find a new goal, reach for a new aspiration that you never thought you would reach for. But it all starts here. It all starts here. You fight yourself. Listen, I am notorious for talking to myself. I'm literally talking to myself every day. I was actually talking to myself while we were playing shit. But it starts up here. And
what did he say?
Listen. I got myself checked. All right, my mom had me checked. I'm not crazy. All right.
Emotional damage.
Oh man, Otacon still trying to get his composure back because I got him real good. To keep going on that mindset or that key on what we're talking about is remember to understand that all the negative shit that's going on, all of it will pass. And like Otacon was saying, freaking, you will find newer ways on getting yourself motivated. You will find better ways on figuring out what will put that freaking fire up your ass, what will ignite that freaking fuel, that tackling fuel into making sure that you get shit done, into making sure that you stay on top of freaking shit in order to continue on and not just worry about yourself, but get yourself to the point where you're doing well, you know what to do, and you're able to pass that shit to the next person. Make sure your friend to the left and right of you, your family is on the same wavelength as you are. Like Otacon said earlier, if they ain't freaking for you, if they ain't about you, and they ain't supporting you, kick them motherfuckers to the curb.
Hit the bricks. But going off of this, I guess not a tangent. Just going off of what you said, I mentioned it earlier, and part of the process in itself, someone told me this, or I heard this somewhere. I am horrible with remembering who the hell says what. I really am, but you know what they say sticks with me. Hey, yo. But if someone remembers it, let's just put it in the comment or put it in the chat. I think it was Goggins. I want to say it was Goggins. No, I don't think it was David Goggins. Basically, it's part of the process of your motivation, part of your process of you self-growing, of getting self-improvement. Part of your evolution is doing things that you're not comfortable doing. So if you're that person that likes to sit in those Zoom meetings all quiet with the camera off, start by turning on the camera. You don't have to say anything. Just start by turning on the camera, just so people see your face.
Actually, to kind of pause you right there real quick, I think that was you were listening to, or you're remembering Denzel Washington's wife telling him on you have to be able to feel comfortable outside of what you normally do. In order to get to where you need to go, you need to do the things that you never thought of doing.
Maybe, yeah, you're right. You could be right. Man, listen, I remember the quotes. I don't remember who says them. And I apologize in advance because I will give you credit if I remember. But, you know, if I don't kill me. But yeah, so like it's little things, and then you start noticing that you're doing things that you previously were uncomfortable with, but now it's like second nature. I know myself, with this new program that I'm in, when I was in meetings at my job, I didn't want nobody to see my face. One, because I was trying to sleep. Two, I like to keep my room dark while I was working. So if somebody will see my face, either one, they're gonna see me with my blanket like all over me.
What did he say?
No, but now I'm learning to do things that used to be uncomfortable for me, and then that's part of the battle that you have with yourself. That's part of the battle that you constantly have with yourself. You'd be like, oh, if I do this, am I gonna have to act a certain way? No, just be yourself. Just be yourself.
Or be like this old man talking to himself.
Listen. That's what I tell myself all the time. Whenever I start doing something uncomfortable, well, that's too damn bad. You're gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
But you start noticing that once you start getting out of that comfort, once you start getting out of your comfort zone, you're gonna start understanding that you can do more things that you thought were uncomfortable. Like, I'll tell you flat out, this podcast, when we first started, I was like, yo, do I really gotta be on camera? Like, fuck, I don't know what to say. What do I do with my hands? Like, fuck. Now, I'm all up in your faces, like, all up in your faces. But
on that Northeast freaking mindset, like, yo.
What you gonna do? It's Wu-Tang, son. Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
No, but in all seriousness, this all just chalks up to this being like a small stepping stone for you to reach your goal, and this also leads to my next clip. It's not really one of my personal favorites. Actually, no, I did like the movie. It's just I'm more of a fan of his action stuff, but yeah, I'll just play the damn clip.
Hey. Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. All right?
All right.
You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
Oh shit, we lost Joe. Oh shit, come back.
You didn't lose me.
Well, we got a good substitute. We got Gerald Butler in the Spartans.
That's why I had to put them in the background. I got the beard going, you know what I'm saying? Sparta!
I'm pretty sure you were a Spartan in your past life, bro. Pretty sure.
Probably, I wouldn't doubt it.
But yeah, man, just going off of what he said, just you have a dream, fight for it. Don't let anyone else tell you that you can't do it. I've seen plenty of people who have, whether they got daddy money or they don't have daddy money, I've seen plenty of people leave their jobs and start a career that they never thought they would start. But it just starts up here. You believing in yourself. You motivating yourself, inspiring yourself to say, hey, I see a problem. 2, I know how to fix the problem. And 3, I'm gonna make my impact in the world by contributing and doing what I have to do. And the one thing that I've always been an advocate of is if you do something that you love, you never really work a day in your life, and you'll get paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll make money off of it. Like, I mean, I'm still trying to own my own Gundam one day, but that's a whole separate other thing. You know, maybe have a Gundam fighting league or something like that. And I swear to God, if somebody in Japan steals this, I'm coming after you. Somebody in Japan steals this concept, I'm coming after you.
Oh man! No, but that clip was awesome to ensure the people that how we were explaining earlier. If you have negative people or you have people around you that isn't supportive of what you're trying to do, one, since they're not supportive of you, you don't have to listen to what the fuck they say. Just like Will Smith in that movie said, don't listen to what I tell you. If I tell you no, don't freaking let anybody else tell you freaking no. If you want to do it, if you think you can do it, fucking get it done. Don't fucking wait for someone to tell you negative shit. Fucking get it done.
And listen, the reality is that I think it's one of the clips too. One of the clips we have here, but those that tell you those negative people, I wouldn't say negative Nancy, but those negative, yeah,
you can't use negative Nancy right now.
Can't do that. Those negative people in your lives, those naysayers, those doubters, those are the ones that don't want to see you succeed because you know what? Either one, they don't have the balls to do it themselves, or 2, they didn't think of it and now they want to hate on you.
And you know what I call them motherfuckers? Fucking butthurt Susies.
Butthurt Susies.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Fucking butthurt Susies. We now call them freaking Karens and Kens. So fuck them.
Listen, you want to see if someone's really loyal to you. Start up a business and see if they support you.
Shit, not even start a business. Start your own podcast, your own stream. Build an application. Do something that you can call your own, and that could be fucking anything. That could be like I just said, starting your own fucking stream, your own podcast, building a software application that you can use on an Android and or freaking Apple device, or like a certain someone building freaking building calendars and spreadsheets and things like that and selling that shit on freaking Etsy or whatnot. Don't let fucking people tell you no. Fucking get that shit done. Stay fucking on the ball. Pick up your own fucking ball because no one's gonna freaking walk you to that end zone. No one's gonna fucking hit that home run for you because guess what? They don't want to. A lot of people do not want to see you succeed.
Nope, they want to see you struggle the same way that they're struggling.
Mm-hmm. Fucking misery loves company, and you damn fucking sure you've seen it on social media, on fucking videos, even around your fucking environment. So much freaking misery, so much fucking negative Nancy's, aka fucking butthurt Susies, are all around you and do not want you to succeed. Fucking prove them wrong. Kick them bitches to the curb. Fucking, front kick the shit out of them. Fucking kick them shit out of them.
Abyss.
And show them what you fucking do. Show them how you do. command them bitches to listen and watch you fucking grow.
And you know what? If they don't want to grow with you, then they don't want to follow your greatness. Well, granted, they don't have to follow your greatness, but they don't want to be at the same level that you're trying to strive for. I mean, that's a sad reality. And sometimes it's your family, sometimes it's your quote unquote friends that say that they're your friends. Sometimes, you know, it could be your partner. I mean, it all depends. But if you have a vision, if you have, stirs up some shit.
You know what? I don't even want to start that. That would be fucking.
Sorry. I apologize. My bad.
Where's that song? Where's that goddamn song? I need to find that shit now.
Nigga!
That sounds so wrong. Oh man.
But no, in all seriousness, like we started this because we saw, especially with the new generation, but even with some of our generation too, there's a lot of people crying, complaining, whining about stuff. And it's like, all right, well, what are you going to do? Are you just going to lay down and cry, or are you going to do something about it? And granted, my approach is a little bit softer than Joe's. A little softer than Joe's, but my thing is that if you... But my thing is that, listen, at the end of the day, it's okay to complain. But then once you get that venting out, and once you, like, you know, let all that frustration out, what are you going to do after that? Are you going to keep complaining, or are you going to do something? Are you going to go do that course that you've been pushing off because you said you don't have time? Now that you do have time, are you going to go do it? Are you going to start up that business that you've been wanting to start up? Are you going to take that trip for go see that special someone that you've been wanting to see for a while, that brought up whatever that actually inspired you to do better? Are you gonna be the lone wolf / alpha wolf that stands on its own while the rest of the pack goes off and does their own thing?
There ain't nothing wrong with me, feel me? Nigga, you just hating, feel me? That's why you ain't never gonna have no paper, ain't never gonna have no bitches, feel me?
Feel me? I mean,
oh man. Let's see. What we got left? Oh, we got the Rocky joint. You wanna play the Mickey joint? You wanna play the?
Oh yeah, let's play Mickey.
You wanna play the Mickey joint? Now listen.
You're a bum, Rock. You're a bum.
I'm a huge Rocky fan. Rocky fan. So whenever I see Rocky shit, I'm just like, here you go. And I also want to work out in the process. But
yep. But a lot of these, especially for if you're not a Rocky fan or you haven't seen all the damn movies.
Don't talk to me if you're not a Rocky fan. Just don't.
Or if you haven't seen all the movies, see the movies, get that mindset. You don't have to see the movies and be wanting to fucking work out or be a fucking boxer, but
you can watch Creed. Well, I'll be okay with that.
There's a shit ton of fucking speeches, motivational speeches to get you out of the funk or the depression that you're in. And this is one of many, as we already played one earlier, but this one is from Mick, his own head trainer at the time before he passed. And yeah, it's definitely something that everyone should be listening to on, if not a daily basis, a weekly basis.
It hits you in the knikes. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know, kid, I know how you feel about this fight that's coming up, because I was young once too. And I tell you something. Well, if you wasn't here, I probably wouldn't be alive today. The fact that you're here and doing as well as you're doing gives me, what do you call it, a motivation, huh? To stay alive. Because I think that people die sometimes when they don't want to live no more.
Nature's smarter than people think.
And nature is smarter than people think. Little by little, we lose our friends, we lose everything. We keep losing and losing till we say, you know, oh, what the hell am I living around here for? I got no reason to go on. But with you, kid, boy, I got a reason to go on. And I'm going to stay alive. And I will watch you make good.
And I'll never leave you.
And I'll never leave you until that happens. Because when I leave you, you'll not only know how to fight, you'll be able to take care of yourself outside the ring, too. Is that okay?
It's okay.
Okay. Now, I got a little gift for you. Now, wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Really, I don't need nothing.
Look at this. See that? This is the favorite thing that I have on this earth. And Rocky Marciano give me that. You know what it was? His cufflink. Huh? And now I'm giving it to you. And it's got to be like an angel on your shoulder, see?
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that speech freaking hits home for. It should hit home for a lot of people.
I let that run a little bit longer than it was supposed to. My bad.
Yeah, I know.
It just hit.
Which is fine. But it shows how if you have the right people surrounding you, if you have the right supporters, they're gonna stay with you until you accomplish what you need to accomplish. and for that to happen, they know good and well that you're right on the ball. You're ready to fucking keep going. You're ready to take on the world beyond what you just did, beyond your accomplishment of graduating freaking college with a master's or bachelor's, freaking getting married, having a child, getting that freaking promotion that you've been wanting for well over 2 years or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So just understand that those people that are in your circle, keep them close and understand that they're going to be with you until the end.
Those are the ones you want to keep. Those are the ones that keep you going. And when you have those individuals in your life, cherish them, because you don't find many of them. You don't find many of those in this day and age. Or at least not in our area.
At least for our missus, this is for you.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We're scum!
So we bid you thanks. Thank you for being there. Thank you for keeping that motivation in the back of our heads.
Thanks for dealing with our shit.
Yeah, in more ways than none. I can keep laughing on that one.
Oh man.
Oh, word. That's. You know what? Wait. I got that for you. That's crazy. That's crazy, Wonder Woman. That's crazy.
Oh
man.
But yeah, man. I mean, for those that are going through it, just know, like I said it before, just know we've been there. We've been there. Hey, we might still we might be in it too with you. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't give you just because life smacked you in the face and knocked you down, that doesn't give you the right to stay down. You're not doing justice to yourself. You're not doing justice to those around you, and you're not. You're not only letting yourself down, but you're letting them down. And
if that doesn't motivate you, it should.
You two motherfuckers need Jesus.
First off, this is true. Second off, what else we got left? All right, boom. We're on the last slip, man. We went through all of them. I told you we're gonna go through all of them.
Hey, you want to put like freaking 10 or 15 more? It's like, nah.
We're still missing vital people.
We can keep it going.
It sounds provocative. Oh man.
But with the last clip of the night, this is definitely a big eye opener. And if you haven't seen this movie, my God, something is fucking wrong with y'all.
Sweet Jesus.
Sweet Jesus. But this should hit home for a lot of you within the community, as well as within your own community, your own circle. We push each other to a certain extent, but we also fear each other and fear our own selves of accomplishing things that is right at our fucking fingertips.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm learning this year is that you can't be afraid of your own greatness. You can't be afraid of your light. Because once you start becoming great, it's a trickle down effect, and it affects in such a positive way that when you take a step back and you look, you're like, wow, I started this. Wow. Okay.
And you need to have this type of mindset right here.
Who puts on a show like me?
In life, who puts on a show like you?
Are you not
In
entertained? Are you not entertained? But this clip, I love this scene so much that I actually have the quote itself hanging over my desk. Because when I'm tired, when I'm freaking exhausted, when I want to flip this damn desk and be like, fuck it, I'm out. I just look at it and I just take a look and I'm just like, I can't flip it yet. Fuck.
Fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Sir, I just want to say thank you. You saved my life.
I don't know about you guys, but as a human being, if someone were to come to me and say, "You saved my life," I'd be like, "All right, Jesus, that's it. My job is done. Take me." I've done it. I've done it. That's it. I'm out. I mean, I think as a whole, other than the words of "I'm proud of you," that come probably second to that. Hearing that and having that much of an impact, especially on well, he's supposed to be playing a teenager in that movie. And getting him to realize that he has so much untapped potential, not just as a athlete, not just as a minority, majority, just as a human being, he has so much untapped potential. And it's like he said, like the quote says, it's not just in one of us. It's not just in one of us. It's in all of us. But you can't be afraid to let your light shine, because if you can't belittle yourself, hold yourself back because your inner circle is afraid or doesn't want to leave their circumstances or doesn't believe in themselves to reach their full potential. And I'm telling you here, everybody has potential. I don't care if you're dyslexic. I don't care if you have a learning disability. I don't care if you have any type of issues. Everybody has potential to be great. Everyone. So for you to make an excuse saying I can't get this done because of XYZ, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And Like I said before, it only takes baby steps. You don't have to take giant leaps. Giant leaps usually end up with big falls anyways. Take baby steps, and as you take those baby steps, you're gonna learn along the way. Just like life. I mean, hell, listen, the minute I turned 18 and I jumped into this thing called life, I got a sucker punch so bad. I was like, the fuck just happened? Like, I was like, what the fuck just happened? I didn't sign up for this shit. Can I go back a year? Can I go back to 17? Shit. But as you get older, you learn that you have to take everything in small incremental steps. And those small incremental steps start turning into big leaps. Start turning into those small little accomplishments of you. Like I said earlier, or I'll take me for example. If you're learning coding, right? Just 1 hour a day, learning about variables, learning about the methods that are used, learning about variables, learning about
structure.
Yeah, function.
Data structure is freaking object oriented.
Yeah, learning about object-oriented programming, learning about data structures, learning about binary trees, which kind of intimidate me, but I'm still gonna learn them anyways. Just baby steps of learning these things, and it does. And if you don't get it at first, it's fine. Everybody learns differently. Everybody does things differently. Hence why we all look differently. That's why we all walk different paths. But when you have those that are willing to walk the path with you while they're doing their own thing, that's golden right there. That's liquid gold, literally. And I'm not talking about Velveeta. It's liquid gold. Like going through it with someone that's also trying to going through the shit with someone that's also just trying to make themselves better. It's a bond, and it's a relationship that's unmatched by anyone. So, at the end of the day, don't sell yourself short. Believe in yourself. Push yourself. And even when you say you can't, trust me, you can. What's that saying about the brain only reaching 40%?
We're only using 10% of our brain?
No, there's something along that line where when we reach a certain capacity, saying of us thinking like, oh, we're done, we're finished, we're tired. That's just your mind playing games on you. Like in reality, you're only 40% done. You could keep going. That's just your mind reaching that 40%, and it's just like, oh shit, yeah, we can't do no more. Push a little bit more. Push to 42. Push to 45, and then you'll see. Okay, like for example, well, it's not coming up, but people now are starting to train for the New York City Marathon coming in November, right? I think the Boston Marathon is in the summer, isn't it? Right? I could be wrong.
I'm not too sure.
I don't know. Whatever. This is around the time that people, like the first quarter of the year, people start training for the marathon and stuff like that. But they start small. They start with 1 mile. They master the mile. Then they master a mile and a half, 2 miles, things like that, and they make it into a habit. They just make it into a habit, but they don't do it in such big increments where they push themselves to run 10 miles the first day, and then they're not running for the rest of the week because they're sore as hell. Take it slow. Life is a marathon. It's not a race. Shout out to Nipsey. All right.
Depending on how old you are.
Yeah. If you don't know Nipsey, I don't know what to tell you.
But I think the biggest thing to also add in is, in order to take it slow, you have to know where to start. You have to know where you're at, and write things down. Even if you have a journal or a fucking 1-sheet pad or something, write the path that you want to get into.
I didn't realize how important that was until you and Nancy were like, bro, write it down. I'm like, nah, I got it in here. No,
motherfucker.
No. My crazy ass talking to myself to freaking get rid of that memory real quick.
Like, it's all great and everything if you do have photographic memory, like Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang Theory, that's great and all. But even Sheldon Cooper had to write things down to make sure that memory retains itself, that A significant situation or event actually is written down to never forget ever again. But in order to write things down, you have to know where you started or where you're starting from, and start gearing towards where you want to go. Like case in point with me, I started I started with freaking Autocon on being IT support engineer, working on freaking desktops, laptops, printers, and all that stuff, repairing everything from top to bottom. But that's not where I wanted to stop. I wanted to keep going because I always had a infatuation with computers, especially programming and video game programming. But in order to get that to that level, in order to get to that career that I wanted to, you have to start from somewhere and guide yourself to the right direction that you want. Not just in your career, but in life, all in all. Just for the simple fact that there are going to be roadblocks. There are going to be those butthurt Susies that want to be in your way, want to be the negative life force in your life. Fucking kick that damn thing, throw up a door charge, blow them some bitches out of the fucking way, and understand where you're trying to go, where you want to, and eventually it's going to end up to where you want to be, like all the way on top, on either having your own business, being in charge of a business, or just being part of the executive council, the chair of any freaking 500 fucking corporation that you wanted to be on. It has to start from somewhere.
I mean, and if you guys want to take this, if you guys want to take this advice or not, it's up to you. Whatever. But there's a ongoing saying currently in the cultures: give yourself 6 months. Cut the crap out for 6 months. Focus on your goal for 6 months. And whether you've made strides in it or whether you've made, or you're gonna make strides on it regardless. But you cut all the distractions, cut out all the nonsense, cut out the people that are causing the distractions, cut out all the bullshit. Just cut out all the bullshit. Focus on you. Focus on your goal. And 6 months from now, people are gonna look at you, the same people that you left 6 months ago. They're gonna look at you and be like, "Yo, you've changed." And that's the whole point of life. You're supposed to change. I don't do the same shit that I did back when I was no, I don't do the same stuff that I did back when I was 20.
I was about to say, like, really?
Yeah. No.
I know.
I don't do the same stuff that I did when I was in my 20s. And that's just coming from life experiences, and that's just coming from the fact that a lot of the stuff that I used to do, I don't see value in it anymore. Whereas, like I said, people that like to go to the clubs and all that stuff, like, granted, it's a stress relief. I get it. We all need a stress relief. But I, myself, that is not my stress relief. I cannot see myself in the clubs or in the lounge or doing whatever, partying the night away.
It's pumping. You can't see yourself.
I can't see myself doing that. I mean,
oh man.
No, I mean, I can't, because one, I feel like I'm gonna break a hip. Two, no, you know what? Why? No, you want to know why? No, in all seriousness,
oh fuck.
No, in all seriousness, I went to a bar out here in bar lounge in Hoboken a few weeks back, and let me tell you, I felt like the oldest person in that damn room. I went to the bar right here down the block, and I felt like I was the oldest person in that room. I was like, nope, I'm good. But that's a whole other tangent for a whole other time. We can definitely talk about that later.
You don't want to be that old timer at the bars, man?
Hell no. Hell no. Listen. No, I'm good, bro. I don't want to be nobody's sugar daddy. I'm good. But in all seriousness, guys, for those who came, we hope this resonated with you. For those who are going to watch this, we hope this resonated with you. For those that are going through a tough time, we hope this hit home. We really hope this hit home, because at the end of the day, we 99% of us weren't born with a silver spoon in our mouths. So we're the ones that appreciate and we're the ones that can appreciate and can attest to the fact that hey, we started from nothing and we made it to something. We went through hardship after hardship, and we still made it at the other side. We still made it to the other side. And that's the whole point, is that we're, at the end of the day, we're trying to leave a legacy behind for those that come after us. If you know, like I said, if you're going through a rough patch right now, if you lost your job or whatever, and you see this podcast and it resonates with you, just understand that we're here for you.
Community is here for you.
The community is here for you. I ain't going nowhere. Listen. If you want to just straight DM me in Instagram or leave us a comment, by all means, we'll get back to you. But understand that one, you're meant to do something greater than what you're doing, and two, never settle for less. And I'm talking about in all aspects of your life. Never settle for less.
And above all else,
Go beyond! Plus!
Message!
yeah, always go above and beyond. And like freaking All Might said, fucking go plus ultra. Freaking go beyond everyone that you fucking know. Everyone that's standing still, staying stagnant, staying freaking back in their lane, back in high school on there used to be the fucking cool kids on the block. You ain't there. You're above them. So pick up your ball, get the fuck going, and freaking show the world what the fuck you got. Adakan already said, we're here. The community that we're building is here. And we just want to keep passing on the motivation and support to not just each other, but to all of you.
From us to you, I am the multiverse motivating monster.
And I am the low-tech cyberpunk Tecmo Joe. But before, stay tuned on the next episode of League of Reyes. And I'll see you guys soon. Big alohas. Thank you guys for showing. Wonder Woman, Andrew. We'll see you next time. And make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, and share the shit out of this video to everyone else that is not here watching.
Thanks later. Later, guys.
You're welcome.
Come on, ay, 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 ay.